Hey YouTube subscribers, Dave here. I'm gonna teach you guys how to do valves on a Honda XR100R 2003. It's got a little top end noise into it, but it's brand new. I'm gonna show you guys how to adjust them. They're supposed to be 0.05. You're supposed on your feeler gauges here. You want 0.05. .005 and 0.007 right there. This is the one that you're going to want when it's time to use it. I've used mine for quite a while. One side's 0.007, the other one's 0.005. If you can see under there, I'm not quite sure if you guys can see it. Okay, let's get started here, shall we? I got that all set up, and you're going to need a nice flat head, and I'm thinking a 10mm socket or a wrench for the valves, and you should be great. There's two top bolts on the top of the motor that you want to take out. They're only snug, they're not really tight. You got to get both of them out, one there and one over on this side of the bike. And see, they're both loose on the bike. Your best bet would be using a hit that to stay 10mm wrench. Not the best, but it works. Yep, 10mm wrench gets that job done. But I recommend using that little bar that I have there, so that way then you can get a good torque onto it and stuff. You don't want to torque it too hard, just lightly torque. And I already tore down my whole bike, so it saves you guys the time of having to watch me take my bike apart and stuff. But I'll show you guys how to put it all back together, from the setting the valves to putting the plastics in the seat back on. I'm going to set you guys over here for a brief so I can work on this. And then I'll get you guys in there on a close-up so you guys can see me adjust the valves. Much easier with me like this than holding you guys and making this. If you haven't already done it, but hit that subscribe button and like this video if you do. Leave comments, not negative, but leave comments if I can do something better, or if what you guys would like to see or whatever, because I always do how-to videos. See, that one's almost out. And these just stay right in the top head. Head should come right off there. Might have to go get my rubber mallet. Nope, didn't have to. Just a little yanking on her and she'll pop free from the little rubber gasket that we got going on down here. Let's make sure you don't rip that gasket. You want to make sure it comes right off nicely. Make sure you have your bolt pulled all the way up, because if not, it won't fit through. Very, very tight. Very, very tight. You gotta work with it and pull your bolts. Pull your bolts, they only go so far, as you can tell. They got little things on the end of them, see them right here? Little tongs. so it won't let it pull through all the way. So all it does is go that far. That's it. As you guys can see, she's nice and clean inside. Okay, now let's go check out the top of this thing. Not bad, not bad at all. Now we're gonna have to get it up to where we're on a pressure stroke so I can adjust these, because if you're not, then it won't. Make sure both cams are down. Oh, there. Both of them's got pressure on them still. There. I think. Nope, gotta go again. Rolling these over to get them where you need them is kind of the tricky part and a pain in the butt part. I think that might be the loose one. This other one's pretty tight over here. Yep, that's where she should be right there. Oh yeah, that's where she should be. Yep, that's where she should be right there. And that one's, as I can tell, doesn't barely move. Nope, it's tight. It's got a little play, but not much. Now this one's the one that concerns me. This one's got a lot of slack. Hear that? You can see that moving. I gotta tighten that one up. This one back here is tight. Sorry for my focus, guys. Yeah, this one you can't move up and down that good. And I got it where it needs to be. Both valves are up. Yep, both valves are good and up. Okay, now let's set these things. Now, this one's the intake, and this one is your exhaust right here. That's your exhaust port. Intake, exhaust. There, that's better. And then once you, and mine's the exhaust that's chattering a little bit. So I'm gonna tighten up the exhaust on it just a touch. Time machine's nice. It's got a brand new time machine in it. I put that in myself. New cam and everything in it. So now let's try to see if this goes. See what we got here. We'll tighten those valves up. See what we have, shall we, guys? Okay, we're back, and it's 9mm for to break these free. I'll loosen them up. See if I can get you guys somewhere here so you guys can see without me dropping you. There we go. That's the one I'm working on. Sorry again, guys. There. All right, there's the port. And here is my feeler gauge right here. I got it into there. This I'd say it's nice, and one side's 007, the other one's 005 and 006. And you want it just to where you can still pull it out. You don't want it too tight to where it doesn't pull out of there. That's working, yep. Okay, perfect. Now I'll give her a hold that tip as you give it a good tightening. And you just want to snug it. You don't want to be too rough with it and snap it off. So people like to tend to over tighten them. This one was really over tight. I had to get it down and loosen it. But again, it's a 9mm, not a 10. My bad. And it pulls out easy like that. But again, 005 on there and 007 will be on there. If you can see them, yep, there it is, 005 and 007, everyone. That's the one you want for the exhaust intake and outtake. But you want to make sure you're on the up here for the 005. And down here's the 007. You don't want to be 007 when you're 005. So just make sure you know where you're at, guys. As you can tell, you can see where I was riding on mine. Right in the center. Perfect. But this is what they look like. I bought mine off Amazon. And this video is not sponsored by Amazon, everyone. But I bought it off of their OEM tools. It was on there. I think I paid like $6 for them, $7 or something. It wasn't much. Best tools I ever had. I did my 400EX, Polaris, and a couple other things I did. But hope you guys enjoyed this video, and like I said, if you're not a subscriber, subscribe to me. If you are, thank you for being a subscriber, and like them videos. Thanks, everyone. Now we're gonna put this bike back together, everyone. Shall we? Now that we set the valves, let's get her back together and see how she runs. Can't wait. She's been down for a little while, guys, because of the whole coldness and stuff, so I've been kind of sitting in the house and minding my own beeswax. Then, like I said, guys, you gotta mess with your bolts. You gotta push them down, push them up, wiggle them around to get your top end to fit back down on there. Get your head to fit back down on the motor. And just make sure before you guys go reefing on it, just make sure everything lines up. Make sure your top end gasket's all lined up and everything, and it'll go back on just like a dream. I got mine all on there. When you first take them off, like you seen in my video, you gotta hit them kind of hard to get them to pop off there. That's just because of the way the seat is. But it's all good. Can't wait to take this bad girl for a rip. Should be fun. My wrench. Oh, my bar. And what you want to do with these is, because there's two bolts, you want to kind of get this one a little down there just before you start snugging onto it, then jump to the other one and do the same thing, or vice versa. Whatever one you start at, just don't go ahead and reef it all the way down to where it's supposed to be. Put it down to where you're just starting to reef on it, and then wait and go to the next one and get that one in the same position. Once you're in the same position, then you can tighten them both down. We'll go get my wrench for this. It's too hard to do it this way. 10mm wrench works the best on these bikes. Like I say, get you guys a better view here. I got all different projects I like to work on, so there'll be more videos to come. For you all that subscribe. I was gonna see. It's here. This one. Oh, see, now it's getting tight. So now I'll tighten this one down to where I think it's good. Out there. And same with my other one. You want to tighten them down about the same. I want to try to get them same closeness. You don't really want one tighter than the other. So if you don't know your own strength or whatever, you don't think you know how to do it by feeling it, get a one of them bars that tell you how to, when you're at your specs. I forget what they're called, but I don't use them. Only when I'm setting the top end or cams or stuff like that. When it needs torque wrench, that's what it is. Okay, now we'll start getting the plastics on this thing. Can't wait to get that plastics on this thingy. Okay, got the tank. Let's just gonna go on first. I kept all my bolts right in the tank and everything, just so I wouldn't lose it. I kept it right in the bike. Because a lot of people, they just pull them off and chuck them in cans or whatever. I don't do that. Because I don't like to do that. Because then when it comes time to find your stuff, it's all mixed up and you don't know where it goes or nothing. At least this way, I know where my stuff goes and where it needs to be. Two bolts hold the gas tank on. They look like this. They got a little deal that goes with them. You slide right in. And then you got a little strap back here that hooks on down here for your thing to keep your tank from flapping in the back. Just like that. A 10mm socket or wrench will work to pull your tank back down. You want to make sure these are nice and tight. You don't want to be riding through the woods or jumping and your tank fall off or something. You know how people probably like to, us people riding bikes like to get stupid ride wheelies and jump jumps, and then you know your tank falls off, then you're going to be screwed. I advise doing this with a ratchet, not a breaker bar. Everyone. It would be much faster. But right now I'm using a breaker bar. There. One down, one to go, guys. Believe it or not, you don't have to take off everything either. You'd think you'd have to take off like the carb and all that stuff, or all your plastics. You don't have to. All you gotta do is take off your seat and then your gas tank, and you're good to go. You don't have to touch anything else. Just the seat and the gas tank. That's it. Now, last part, my seat. So nice how these things come together like that. Just make sure you have the little hook that goes onto your tank into the right spot. Is all. Then you got two bolts on the back of this. One with a weird washer. But mine only has one on there. I gotta get another bolt because the guy I got this from must have took it apart in the past and never put it back together the right way with all the bolts. That's why I'm missing bolts in it. Because like I said, I redid the top end on it. That's why I had to set the valves. And then after so many rides, you have to reset the valves. This is my hobby, everyone. I like pulling apart bikes, tearing them down, fixing them up, whatever. It's just my hobby. Even if I don't ride them, I just fix them up and resell them. Or whatever, you know. Or if I like it, I keep it for myself or I give it to my kids. Now she's all done. Besides the gas line. Hook my gas line back up. Turn the gas on, let it run for a minute, and then we're going to try to fire it up. Gas line's on, gas is on. Keys on. Alright, now to test. Shall we try to fire up? I say we do. Oh, she sounds way better. No noise. Oh yeah, sounds way better. She's just cold-blooded right now, but no noise at all in her. I like that. Not bad. I'll have to give it a rip. Thank you guys, and like that, hit that like button and subscription button. Thank you everyone. Peace.